What is up, everybody? Throwback Gaming here, and I am back. It is so good to be back playing some more Superstar Saga. Just had a lot going on this past year. I moved across country from Seattle to Atlanta, and now here I am in Atlanta. So let's go ahead and get started with this playthrough. These are the French guys that teach us how to pummel each other into the ground. Actually, that's only for Luigi, but basically what they teach us is they get us to be able to pummel Luigi into the ground so he can look for things like beans, or he can go under fences and stuff like that, which you actually use quite a bit. And in addition to that, Luigi gets to pound Mario and shrink him so he can go through things like small openings and walls and stuff like that. So both of these moves you use them quite a bit. Hold on there. Okay, now we're going to go up here to meet them, and they're going to teach us these moves. Probably going to skip this just because it's kind of boring. Alright, so basically what they did, they just taught us different moves, and now they're putting us to the test. It's a super easy test. All you gotta do is shrink Mario, go through here, grab the red goblet, come back through here. Let's go ahead and make Mario whole again. Now we're gonna make Luigi go under the ground. So you're going to use these a lot. Sometimes you don't ever come out of the ground, but in this case we're going to have to come up. We're going to have to switch the hammer and hit this red button so Mario can come on through. But this is a super key element to this game. They end up using this quite a bit. And of course there's other abilities that you learn in the future, but that's not until we get to the islands and stuff like that, which is still a ways away. But pretty exciting. The more stuff we learn, the more fun the game gets. Okay, so I'm going to show you another thing real quick. Whenever you see the indents in the ground, like right where Luigi is right now, all you have to do is switch to Mario and then smash Luigi into the ground and pop up, and you get a Chuckle bean. There's several different beans, and you take those to the I think it's called the Bean Cafe, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, you take them there, and you can have them made into certain like drinks to boost your like HP or BP, stuff like that. So it's really useful, and you can even get special items if you brew like special drinks, and those are actually really useful. I'll probably end up doing some of that in the future here once we get quite a few beans. Okay, so we did that, so I'm going to come up here. Oops. Nope. I'm playing on a laptop, so sometimes the controls get a little confusing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this. So next we're going to head out into the forest, and this is where the real test comes. Okay, so we just head out right here. Boom. And by the way, I want to say I absolutely love the music in this section of the game. It's like just super chill, and the atmosphere is pretty awesome, I gotta say. So, come to this point, we need to get Luigi under this gate. And like I said, whenever you first start learning moves, they pretty much hammer it into you like crazy. Like, they're gonna make you do it over and over again until they make sure you know exactly how to do it. Okay, let's do this. So we have two secret things here. Let's go on this one. Hit the hammer. Oop, missed. Mario has terrible accuracy. No. He's actually pretty good. I'm building Mario to be more of a damage character, whereas I shouldn't have done that. With Luigi, he's more of a tank. Sweet. Syrup, and mushroom. Can use all those. Speaking of that, let me. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Let me check my HP and my bros. Oh, they're both full. Cool. Excellent. Excellent. Now we go up the middle. And of course, we have to do the double. Oop, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think of this game. You know, if you guys have played this at all in your childhood. I'm sure some of you have. I grew up kind of in the Game Boy era, so I played this game a lot as well as other RPGs, but my main console when I was young was a Game Boy SP. I actually started out on a Game Boy Color when I was like 5 years old, and then I upgraded to the... what am I doing? I upgraded to the Game Boy Advance when it came out, and then after that I got a Game Boy SP, which the Game Boy SP was super awesome because, for real, like, first world problems here, but when you have the Game Boy Advance, there's no backlight on it unless you mod it, so it kind of sucked, because if you like were playing in the dark, like if you're in bed or something and you were playing, you could not see the screen at all. You had to get one of those like attachable lights that attach to the top of the Game Boy. Or actually, I think they went in like the charging port, actually. So they went in the charging port, and you'd have to use that as a light. But when the Game Boy SP came out, everybody was amazed because it was like, oh, it has a backlight, this is awesome. So that was one of the many thrills of having a Game Boy SP. That, and it took up... oh no. That, and it took up a lot less room. Okay, so we just defeated them. I cut out some of the battles just because I know it can get a little bit monotonous with battles over and over again. Really, probably the only time I'm going to add in the battles is when it's like a new enemy or something, or obviously a boss battle I'll add in. But other than that, I'll probably just skip them. I mean, you can let me know in the comments and see if you really want like full playthrough, but otherwise I'm probably going to cut those out just for ease of viewing. Now this is like the king of Chuckle Woods, kind of, I guess. He's going to make us find 3 different Chuckle fruits before we're allowed to pass. So, of course, tedious quests, but it's actually not that bad because this is like my favorite part of the game. Gotta avoid these guys, avoid. There's like so many enemies, it's ridiculous. There's like things falling off the trees. And this is, I guess this is the granddaughter of the Great Chuckle, or whatever his name is. So basically what she's going to do, she's going to teach us exactly what I taught you earlier, which is there's beans under the ground, and you can use those and turn them in and all that kind of stuff. So we really already know this stuff, but in order to get past, we're going to have to dig up all of these. So let's switch to Mario and get to work. So I know some of you probably aren't completionists, some of you probably just play through the story, which is usually what I do most of the time, but I'm probably gonna try to get as many beans as I can, just because it really makes the gameplay that much easier, because if you get enough of them, like I said earlier, you can get like special items, which I won't say they're OP, but some of them seriously help out the game so much. It makes it way easier to like defeat bosses and stuff like that. So I will definitely be using those. And she just disappears in the ground. Alright. I wasn't aware that trees could just dig down to the ground. Alright. Now this is going to be like a mini boss battle right here. And I must say, I had the most trouble with this boss when I was a kid. It was ridiculous. I hated this boss because I never understood how to fight it, but I'm going to show you how. I didn't really understand as a kid. I was like, what in the world? What's wrong here? I don't get what's going on. But basically, if I remember correctly, what you have to do is... oops. What you have to do is... Actually, let me heal Mario first, because he is seriously dying. That's one of the things that kind of sucks when you go for an all-attack build, is Mario's literally going to have like no HP. But it's all good, because we can still do it. But yeah, basically you have to make all of these yellow, and then he's going to calm down. I think it's a he at least. Isn't it a he? I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments if I'm incorrect, but I'm pretty sure that he's a he. anyways, you have to get all of these to yellow, and then he will calm down, and then that's when you can finally attack him. He's right here. So let's use Bounce Bros. Oh no, I missed it. But that's when you can attack him. He has a couple different attacks that he uses. He uses his charge that he just used, and then he has that ground pound that he used a move ago. None of them are too terribly hard to, I don't know. But none of them are too terribly hard to defend. Like, not until you get, like, none of these bosses are that hard. It's until you get to, like, Cackletta, that's when it gets a little difficult to start dodging attacks. Alright, I'm gonna use Bounce Bro, see if I can really get it this time. Bam! So like I said, that was, it was a mini boss, so they really don't have that much HP. But for some reason, when I was a kid, like I said earlier, I literally had the worst time defeating that. Because I didn't understand that I thought that you could just attack him when he was red and all angry, but you can't, so. But I didn't get it. I kept attacking. I'm like, what is the problem? Why can't you attack him when he is like that? But you can't, because that's how it always is. There's actually a bean hidden down here. That's why there is like just some random drop. It's not a fault in the game design, I promise.